people who still hasn't have that morning coffee yet. My name is Ceci and welcome to another episode of How to Cantonese. Today we're going to do something more sophisticated. Is that? Well, let's just say more advanced, a bit more advanced. So let me just put on the very serious, sophisticated glasses. Today we are back to the basics, yet we are getting more advanced. How does it work? Back to the basic means we are going to talk about pronouns in Cantonese. Pronouns are one of the basics, sure. So in order to step up our game or make this video more educational, other than just speaking, we are also going to write the words, the characters. And also we're going to talk about pronouns in terms of spoken form as well as pronouns in terms of written form. So good. Okay, let's just jump into the explanation part and then we'll move on to the writing section. In Cantonese, pronouns are much easier than pronouns in English. I don't know how they work in other languages, but yeah, it's quite simple. Mostly because in Cantonese we don't differentiate pronouns with like subject or objects or possessive adjectives and that kind of stuff. You know how we learned English? We have a little table and we kind of have to like memorize I, me, my, mine, myself, that kind of thing. But in Cantonese, we don't have that. That's why if you learn one of them, you basically learn them all. In this video, we're gonna go through the pronouns of the first person singular, 我, the second person, 你, and the third person, 佢, in spoken form. So yeah, without further ado, I.
Hello people, this is voiceover Ceci here. For How to Cantonese series, this is my very first time doing a voiceover separately, so let's just hope I don't mess this up. Firstly, we have the word me or I, which is 我 in Cantonese. This character is quite familiar to, I guess, many of you, so not much is needed to say, I guess. And here are the example sentence. The first one is 我今日唔想返工. I don't want to go to work today. Frankly speaking, I don't want to go to work like every day, so yeah. The second one is Peter 成日打俾我. Peter always calls me. Don't know what he wants. The second character is 你 / you. Well, I guess this one is quite commonly used as well, so I guess you guys have seen it like so many times by now. Yeah, not much to bear in mind, it's just a very simple character. Just follow the strokes, then you'll be okay. And the example sentences are 你陣間 lunch 想食咩? What do you want to have during lunch? Actually this is in the morning, but I'm already thinking about lunch. Good job. And the second sentence is 份禮物送俾你㗎. This present is for you. Okay, moving on to the third character, which is he / she / her. You know the idea, like the third person singular one. And in Cantonese it is 佢. Nothing special, actually. Just bear in mind, or he, she, it is represented by this one single character. And example sentence is 佢男朋友叫阿 John. His, well, let's just use their boyfriend is called John. The second sentence here is 我真係好想車佢一巴. I really want to slap that bitch. their face, in their faces.
Hello, me again. So those were the pronouns that we use like on a daily basis when we're talking. But some of you smart people may ask, what if I want to use like the plural form? Instead of using a group of entirely different pronouns for plural form like me, I versus we and us, we just add one character behind the singular pronouns, and that makes them plural. In spoken form, the character is they. Let's switch to the written part again. See how the character is written.
Okay, to some of you who are in a more advanced level may recognize this is actually the character for ground, like they have, but here it represents the plural form of the pronouns. So just put the pronouns in front of this they, then becomes plural. Easy breezy, beautiful, cover girl. So example sentence. 我哋成3年冇見啦. It's been 3 years since we last met. Okay, the second one is 佢專登飛去英國探你哋㗎. He flew to the UK just to see you guys. Because when you haven't seen them in 3 years, you better fly your ass over there.
Okay, now you know how to write/speak in the spoken form of Cantonese. If you're feeling more like sophisticated or feeling fancier like the shirt I wear for no reason, we can move on to the written form. By the way, if you are new here, hello, and you were kind of confused of what's the spoken form or what's the written form that I keep like rambling about, you can go watch the video I made talking about Cantonese written forms versus Cantonese spoken form. You can pause the video here, we will wait for you. So, you okay? In written form, basically they are like 70% similar. So don't worry, we are not going to learn a whole new set of characters here. At least for 我, the first person, and 你, the second person, the singular pronouns are the same. Just use 我 and 你, and you're good to go. The problem is probably at the third person one, which is 佢 in spoken form. You see, in spoken form, we don't even distinguish between genders or even like objects or human. We just use 佢 for everything or everyone. If you're using the written form, we have to separate them once again. Despite the same pronunciation, 他, there are a bunch of different versions of third person singular that you have to kind of memorize. Luckily, they look quite similar. Yeah, you see what I mean like when you watch the written part.
Okay, now you see all the fancy grid over there. There are 6 of them, and this one is pronounced 他. Sorry about my voice. 他. All of them are pronounced in the same way. Start with the top right hand corner. The first one is he. Next one, right at the bottom of the pronunciation grid, is the she with a girl, no character. Next to it is it, literally, but it represents the animals, like your neighbor's dog that you hate. And it has a meow, cow character. And the next one, which is not a left-right structural one, is it, but for objects. And the very last one, it is not as commonly used as its brothers. And this 他 represents God. And last but not least, this is called moon in Cantonese, and it is the written form of the plural for pronouns. just like how they is used in spoken form, you just put this one with any of the written form pronouns, then it works as a plural form. So for example, 我們足足3年沒見了. What meaning is as the same as the day ones, which is it's been 3 years since we've seen each other's faces. And the second one is 他專程到英國探望你們的. He flew to the UK just to see you guys.
Yeah, here I am for the very last time in this video. Okay, so now you've learned what the pronouns in Cantonese are and how to write them and how to use them in terms of speaking as well as writing, kind of formally. And I think we should call it a wrap here. So thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a comment down below if you have any opinions or did I say something wrong. Also leave a like down below if you find this video useful and stuff. And also subscribe to this channel, wait for my videos and stuff. Or maybe you can hit that bell thingy, the notification button. Button? Is it unnatural? Bonus question, how do you pronounce 2 T's in English? Is it is it buttons, or how do you do it? Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.